Hello everybody. I am glad to see that a couple of my subscribers have made their way over to this channel because I'm going to have to evacuate the other channel simply because of what's going on. And, you know, you can call me an old fool. And any of you that want to do that, unfortunately, I don't like you saying that, but you can if you wish. You can call me an old fool because the definition of an old fool is someone who keeps making mistakes in their old age that they should know better. So you're welcome to call me that, and as much as I don't like it, I can't deny it. In my defense, I will tell you that I can't do it right now. Actually, I can, and I am going to show you. The problem is, if I show you, they're probably going to give give me the strike on this channel. So what I put down is first of all, you're blocked. Once you get a strike, you're no longer able to put new videos up. But the one thing that I have been able to do, and you know, I didn't learn this on my own. I learned this from my friend, and in general, I've learned it from, you know, different people, and that is resourcefulness, you know, and doing things in a pinch that you can do for self-survival or adaptation, whatever it is. And I had a friend of mine who was he was a bad drug addict, but he was a good kid, and I liked him, and he wasn't your typical drug addict. He was just a kid. He's maybe 19 years old. I forgot his name now, but he worked at a 7-Eleven around here, and I liked him. And matter of fact, I went away for a while, and I came back after like a year, and I had lost my business, and kind of a mental breakdown issue going back into 2010. And when I came back, he had worked with me just briefly a little bit. He liked working with me when I was doing cutting yards, you know, and it was always hard to get enough work to have somebody to help you, but there's always something you can get. Like, you know, when you get into the business, somebody always wants some rocks taken away or, you know, some garden planted or something like that. And it's impossible alone because this fireball here in Florida is merciless, and yesterday was no exception. It wiped me out, and I'm just now getting my druthers back, and I'm going to do a video for everybody. So, but what he used to do, Richard, I believe was his name, and he was good at computers because he taught himself, and he learned how to just keep experimenting with things and finding out what they do. And he became real gifted on the computer. And he was able to download a movie onto my computer, but it had to go directly onto the hard drive. So I don't know like how dangerous that is, but it went right on the hard drive and was like permanently there. But it was it cost like $25 for a movie at that time. You know, now you can, you know, maybe get it a lot less, but at that time, DVDs and CDs and all that were the way to go. Hey, I gave you a piece of pepper. Remember? I gave you a piece of pepper and you didn't want it? How about a piece of lettuce? Do you want some lettuce? How about some lettuce? Here. Somebody goes for some lettuce. Here. You like lettuce? Here. You like lettuce? Will you eat lettuce if I give you some lettuce? Here. Here, I'm going to try to give you some lettuce. Here. There. Do you like lettuce? Oh, you like that fly. You like that fly. I just saw that fly. Did you get him right out of the air? Okay, I guess he's decided that he's going to do his own thing there. I gave him a little piece of some peppers. By the way, folks, just to let you know, I now try to eat these every hour. I'm kind of moving off the mark. I gave him a little bit of this, but he thought it tasted sour, which it probably does. But I did not know this, but peppers, green are the least, but the colored peppers, they have an awful lot of vitamin C, which I did not know. And for those of you who are smart, which is few of you, not about everything, but for those of you who know about ascorbic acid, you have natural ascorbic acid and you have man-made or synthetic ascorbic acid. And ascorbic acid, synthetically produced, they either use, I believe, rice or they use mold. Now, because most of you are eggheads, you like vitamin C. To you, it doesn't make one difference to another. Most people are so stupid, they don't understand the difference between natural vitamin C and synthetically produced vitamin C. So now I'm going to clue you in. Let me show you on the internet, because this is worth it. I mean, we might as well, right? I'm going to show you. Explain how synthetic vitamin C is produced.
According to Sun Warrior, synthetic vitamin C is created by taking cornstarch and breaking it down with heat, enzymes, acetone, and hydrochloric acid to make ascorbic acid.
Yes, and it's telling you right. They use various chemicals to do this, and what the people do not understand is that they are taking a part of this chemical into their body. Now, this is for synthetic vitamin C, and it's if you ever wonder why, you can go in and you can buy a big bottle of pills for $6, and it has 1,500 milligrams of vitamin C, ascorbic acid, synthetic. Unfortunately, your body can only tolerate, I believe, around 140 milligrams per hour. That's what your body can take in. So when you look at these peppers, and you can get green peppers, they're also rich in it too. You can get oranges as well. Oranges are quite pricey now. They're like $1.50 or $2 for a damn orange. So I'm not doing it, and I love oranges. But right here, it's saying that these peppers have 35% daily needs of vitamin A. Very likely it's beta carotene. And vitamin C, it has 270%. So these are the greatest thing that you can do. This whole bag is $3 at Aldi. Now, if you go, green peppers are expensive. But as you can see, these for $3, I think that's a pretty good deal. Okay? So now we have devolved around this. So if you're eating synthetic vitamin C, and you're real smart, you take vitamin C, ascorbic acid, and you're real smart. You're not very smart at all. Okay? Remember, when you come to this channel, you don't like me, but you learn, and you're forced to learn. So, your body, if you take in vitamin C like this, you're not going to get a big bottle for $6.95. You understand? Because you're not going to be eating reconstituted mold. Do you understand that? Mindless, brainless idiots. My subscribers, both of them here, or 4 of them, excluded. So, your choices are synthetic or natural vitamin C. One of the two. You pick it. Now, sorry folks, I've got people pulling up on me here. Now, so I'm taking a regimen of this, okay? And by the way, I don't know if a lot of you people know about this either, but did you know that potatoes have quite a bit of vitamin C? I did not know that myself. Potatoes have vitamin C. That was news to me. I found that out about a year ago. Anyways, I know that this is getting kind of talky, folks, but where we were going with this experimentally, I was talking about learning, and that's the whole idea, is to adapt and overcome. So for you people who think you're real smart about vitamin C, and that includes the health man too, you know, the guy that gets you on the right track, he's a health expert. Ask him if he knows that he's eating mold that has to be bleached. Yes, it turns a kind of a pale blue color, the mold or the rice mold, whatever the stuff is, and it has to be bleached. So tell him that he's real smart, okay? Or he can do what I do, which is you can go get natural vitamin C, which isn't going to give you a whole bunch for $6.95, okay? Also remember that you have a limit of about a couple of hundred milligrams of vitamin C that your body can process. And I will check that for you right now. How much ascorbic acid can the body take in per hour?
Here is some information for vitamin C recommended daily intake. According to Mayo Clinic, the recommended daily amount for vitamin C is 75 milligrams a day for women and 90 milligrams a day for men.
Is vitamin C harmful? Well, if you're a fucktard and everybody's telling you that you're real smart because you take ascorbic acid. You're real smart. You got the whole bottle from Walmart. You're real smart. See, you may not be real smart at all. Now, can it be dangerous? It's possible. It's possible, in my opinion, because you're taking in chemicals into your body. A lot of you mindless idiots don't understand anything one way or another, and you're not about to learn from me. So look it up yourself. All right, it says how much vitamin C can the body absorb? Let's take a look at this. And of course, you got all those pills because everybody's an expert. They all know about vitamin C. Ascorbic acid. We go down to Walmart, we get a big bottle, right? Mindless, stupid dolts. If you consume the recommended dietary allowance of vitamin C and you don't have health problems, you should absorb plenty to meet your needs. But when you boost your intake above the RDA, you won't gain the benefits unless you spread it out over several meals or supplement doses. Consuming too much vitamin C at one time decreases its absorption into your system. I'm reading this verbatim, folks, okay? This isn't me telling you. I'm reading this verbatim. Okay, so it's telling you to spread it out. Vitamin C requirements. Women need to consume 75 milligrams, men 90, according to the Dietary Allowance Establishment. It says, let's see, the maximal concentration of vitamin C without getting so much in your system that your kidneys begin to excrete excess amounts. You should not consume more than 2,000 milligrams of vitamin C daily from food or supplements. Getting more than the upper tolerable intake from any source may cause side effects such as diarrhea and stomach cramps. Elements that affect absorption. The absorption of vitamin C occurs in your small intestine, where special transport mechanisms shuttle it across the walls of the intestines and into circulation. These transporters affect the amount absorbed. For vitamin C, for example, shares the transporters with glucose, which may limit uptake of the vitamin, according to a review of research published in the October 2007 issue of the Journal of Nutrition. The amount of vitamin C absorbed into your small intestine is also dose dependent, so it's influenced by how much vitamin C you consume. After vitamin C is absorbed, your kidneys regulate the amount in your system. You can count on absorbing about 70 to 90% of the vitamin C you get from your food and supplements, as long as you don't consume more than 180 milligrams daily, according to the Office of Dietary Supplements. So this is not really showing you per hour, but you folks can see now that they're talking about 180 milligrams daily. One of those little fucktard pills, you know, the fucktard that you people think, you're real smart. You go to Walmart, you get a whole bottle of pills. Here's a vitamin C. We're real smart. Okay? Those are 500 milligrams, some are 1,000. Folks, you have to learn. And you might as well come here to learn. Because all I'm going to do is make fun of you, as you should be made fun of. Because the same way that I teach you about this is the same way that Rush Limbaugh, that ex-talk show host, used to call the drive-by media. Until you explore all the facts of something, you just come up with the narrative that they want to put out for you to hear. That's not what we do at this channel. What we do at this channel is we give you everything involved with it, much like this. And I'm sorry to have to do this. And that's why I'm only eating one of these maybe every couple hours, or maybe a half of one every hour, whenever I can think of it. And that's what you should be doing. And I don't believe that if you ate 10 of these things in 4 or 5 hours, I don't think you would have any kind of health problems with that. Maybe you'd have some diarrhea or something like that, but I really don't see how it would do your body any real serious harm. Okay? So that's your first lesson of stupidity on your part, not my subscribers and not me, because we already know this. When you come here, you get smart. You don't learn things like taking vitamin C in the pills. You're real smart, okay? Which is like, honest to God, folks, 99+% of these fucking idiots, including the people trying to give you lessons on how to take care of you and exercise managers and everything, they're oblivious. They don't know one thing from another. You just come here and be called stupid, all right? Now, after this long harassment here, let's go ahead and get into the news, shall we? Let me bring my seat back up here. And we'll start in, okay? We're already at 17 minutes here. But I figured that's my good deed for the day. Now you folks aren't stupid dumb dildos anymore, are you? No. Now you know. And I showed you right through this left-wing Google, didn't I? Right? Okay. Let's start with the Dow. Let's find out what the Dow is doing. The Dow is up 221 points. That's quite a shift because it was down 50 points about an hour ago. I had checked it. And that means that the NASDAQ is probably going to be turning around too. Let's go ahead and check out gold and silver. So let's find out what's happening with them. And then we will check out Bitcoin, and then we will go over the news. Okay, silver has reversed a little bit. It's now down only 9 cents, and gold is back from being down like $1 to up $10.15 at $16.87. Silver's at $19.76. We'll have to see what happens with that, okay? Now let's check out Bitcoin, and Bitcoin may reverse too. Okay, it may start going up as well. All right, it's up $11, so it's at $19,138. It did dip down, as you can see there. It did dip down under 19,000. It went to 18.9 or something like that. So we'll have to see what's happening. The American dollar is very strong right now. Now let's go ahead and get into the news, and we'll cover this quickly. But welcome to this channel, and you're going to be educated at this channel, and you're not going to like it. And that's why people are not going to subscribe. Who the hell wants to be told they're stupid, right? Well, I don't blame you. Stop by anyway. All right, let's have a look here. All right, they're showing old Poot here. And evidently, their brutal, what they call a brutal missile attack, is entering its second day. And folks, I must tell you, that I think that Putin is, and this is just my opinion, I think that he is being very fair about this. First of all, it is a tragedy as these people are dying in the Ukraine because missiles are hitting people and they're killing children, they're killing babies, they're killing elderlies, they're killing a lot of people. The same with the rockets that are being fired into Russia. We all understand this, but I'm going to tell you something, folks. Somebody has taken out Russia's billions of dollars worth of oil assets by wiping out the gas pipeline. That's number one. Number two, they took a major bridge, the Crimean Bridge, and they partially destroyed it. And this is getting very, very bizarre. And the way that you can tell is if you look at me and you say, this guy's a dumb dildo with pink glasses and a pink shirt that hasn't been washed in 4 or 5 days, well, what you have to do is you have to kind of take a look and you have to compare that. Now, what they've done at the Ukrainian post office, I believe it's the Ukrainian post office, is that they are now making a stamp of the destruction of the Crimean Bridge. Folks, when you have this, you have a form of insanity. This is insanity. This is going to be something that is going to be cheerleading people into a state. It's almost a catatonic, controlled, robotic, zombie-like state. Folks, there's not going to be any winner here. And it's going to spread. That's what I'm afraid of. Because once you start... Do you know what the real word is for demoralizing? Do you know what that is? You want an example? Demoralizing would be, let's say Germany has their rail system defunct. Okay, for some reason having to do with another country. And they knock out certain portions of it. And you come out as Germany and you repair it. And 2 days or a week after it's repaired, it gets damaged again. And then they come out and they tell you to please fix it again so that they can destroy it on you again, except it's going to be worse and worse. So whatever you do to fix it, no matter how much money or effort you do, it's going to be destroyed. That's the example of demoralizing. That's really, really a very bad thing mentally for a person or a country. And that is what I think we're going to be getting into. And unfortunately, folks, if Putin gets real serious, he can knock out anything, anywhere, at any time. That's the sad reality. But don't worry, you're going to have your Ukraine postal stamp. You understand? You're talking about zombie, sub-mental retards like my friend MJ. I talked to him. And you know what? We're not going to be able to get to the news today. This is going to go long. I'm going to tell you this story. I talked to MJ on Sunday. I didn't bother telling him that my channel had problems. But you want to see the extent of his intelligence? You want to hear the extent of it? And this was predictable. Like I told you, he talks a good game. But he still believes in the scam. And he still believes in the solar system warming up hoax. And I had this long conversation, and we all him and I kind of agreed on certain things and how bad immigration is, even though he's making money hand over fist on it. And even though with the scam, he made lots of money with 3 letters that rhyme. And it was kind of similar to my initials, Paul P., except there's one more involved in there. So made big money with scamming, okay? And you know how that goes. So how can you not expect him to believe in the scam? So we went through there, and I was basically, just kind of, I knew. And it seems like every time we talk, he kind of makes the right points and the bullet points and everything, and then we kind of have something to go on. And then we got after he got his sandwich, and I got my sandwich here because I was working at the time on Sunday, he said that something about, you know, it's the water levels are rising, the polar caps are melting. And I said to him, what? He said, well, what are you talking about, dude? He says, look, I go out my boat all the time. The water's up to my legs that far now, more. This is what happens when you have a sub-idiot. It's not even mentally retarded. Some mentally retarded people can be fairly smart. In fact, they can be very smart. My mom knew this, and she was a special teacher, and she used to teach Mongoloids. And Mongoloids can be quite clever and smart, but not an idiot. A sub-idiot like my friend MJ. He can't even get to sub-retarded. He can't even get up to idiot. Maybe he's that idiot, like at a 38 IQ. And that's it. So, what is he determined? Well, because he's listening to the Spotted Snowy Owl channel, okay? You know that, it begins with an N and then a letter like my name and then R at the end. If you keep listening to that like he has, and you keep developing the genes of those people, that think that a certain way of life is just as good or better than our way of life. When I say our, I mean the standard people who get married, have children, procreate, and then die. That's not how those people are. They adopt. You understand? If they do that at all. That's what he has the contamination of. And I keep telling him, and he doesn't believe me. So he was actually serious about this. He was actually serious. He sat there and told me that the polar caps were melting and that, well, all you have to do is go to the beach and you see the water that's that much higher. And that's all you need. He is a big, big believer. But why? Because he owns a boat. So when you bump into other people, just like I told you with vitamin C, remember? Well, you take 1,500 milligrams every hour. You take 6 of them every hour. Because you're a mindless fucktard. You don't even belong on this channel. I let you be here. I can't stop you from coming here. I tell you, I will be your God. And you don't have to think of me as any higher than the God that you have. You don't have to do that. You just think of me as the same way as you think of your present God. That's all. And you come here, and I'm never going to stop you from coming here unless you're making trouble, and then I'd have to ban you or something. But that's I mean, we had somebody here called The Real Truth. And what's the real truth? Probably, although I don't know, I don't want to say that because I took that video, which I still have on this tablet, and I put that as the first video on this channel, and they promptly sent me a warning saying, this is not going to be tolerated. We are not interested in women's periods, and we are not interested, and you're saying something that is absolutely misinformation. So I can't even go there because, folks, the scam is so powerful with Oive and others that you're not even going to be able to talk about periods or menstruation cycles for women involving the scam. Not possible. You understand? So, truthfully, he probably, what is the real truth? It might have been a man or a woman, I don't know. I suspect it was an Oriental because the verbiage that he was using, his grammar wasn't always correct. Him or her. And he had like 7 people that he had with him. It was probably the wing of a hospital. And you can't expect, he's probably Chinese. That would have been my guess. Probably living here in the United States. So, he just kind of dipped out. All right, so be it. Folks, you have to keep it at this channel. And I'm going to be occasionally checking in with other channels and getting their feedback too. You know, the Fat Pig channel, by the way, speaking of fat pigs, yesterday when I went in, my weight was 222 pounds, and that was not first thing in the morning. That was after I drank sodas and, water and stuff like that, and I already eaten. So my true weight is 221 pounds, and by tomorrow, I hope that my weight will fall to 219 pounds, although I may not be able to reach it by tomorrow. But by next week, I believe that my weight will fall under 220 pounds. And folks, I want to tell you, this has been the hardest thing for me to do that I can't even tell you. It is really hard because I have an appetite and I keep eating, and if you're not completely active, you lose. And just to let you know, I forget what day it is today. What is it, Tuesday? It's a Tuesday today. But I think it was on Saturday, I walked. It was Saturday or Friday. I think it was Friday. It was Friday. I walked 17 miles, folks. That's 31 kilometers. And I ain't kidding. I know I did it. And just to prove it to you, here are my sneaks. And I have to get new sneakers. Even though they're still able to be worn, you can see how they're hanging tough. But they're in awful shape. And I just ordered 2 more pairs. Hoka, thank you. That's the brand I got. And I got another pair of New Balance. I think I got New Balance because these New Balance held up for hundreds of miles. And you could still see that I could still wear these. And I'm going to be wearing them to go walk now. But as soon as they come in, as soon as my new sneaks come in, I'm getting in them. And Hoka is not cheap. I have to buy those used. And I missed out on a really good pair for $50, and that's kind of pricey. But my God, you talk about walking on 2 sponges, that's about the equivalent of it. You're walking on sponges. Folks, thank you for being here if you are. Subscribers, stay on this channel. I'm only going to pull people off my other channel, okay? And I will be back after my 2-mile walk. I will be back here, and I will make the news video for you. It should be somewhere along 1 o'clock. Thanks, and I'll see you then. It's 11 o'clock now. It's 12 o'clock, midday right now, and I'll see you in about an hour and a half. Bye.